great I am. I'm gonna float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. I am the king of the world.
Welcome to G5 Jeff TV. If this is your first time on the channel, it's a pleasure having you on. Listen to this video. Listen to the prior content that's on the channel. If you like what you're hearing, definitely subscribe and become a part of the family. Big shout out to the sponsors of the channel, my boy Fast Classic, my boy Matt. Fast Classic mixtape is in the description box. It's absolutely free. Definitely give him a download, give him a listen. My boy Matt, apparel is popping. Definitely check it out on IG at We All From. Now, Super Zab Judah just fought on Saturday against a guy named Cletus Seldin. Yes, you heard me correctly. Cletus Seldin. Sounds like a science teacher, but no. He's an actual fighter, and Cletus Seldin is not no bum. Not a bum at all. And Zab Judah got stopped. TKO in the 11th round of that fight. Unfortunately, Zab Judah almost collapsed in the ring. Not in the ring, but in the back after the fight. And they had to take him to the hospital. It's reported that he was suffering from a small brain bleed, and he is recovering. A lot of people on social media is sending thoughts and prayers out to Zab Judah. I personally am sending out thoughts and prayers to Zab Judah, his family, and his friends. We're hoping that he pulls through and recovers 100% and doesn't have any long-term health effects because of this. Now, of course, in boxing circles, this is going to spark a whole different conversation. Now, I usually would go really on a rampage at this point on a variety of topics when it comes down to this situation, but I'm going to keep this one pretty simple. There's a lot of people that think that Zab Judah should have retired before this fight. A lot of people. Not that long ago, I would say maybe about a year ago, there was reports that he's actually I don't know if he's a nurse's assistant, a LPN, which is a licensed practical nurse, or a RN, which is a registered nurse. But basically it was pictures floating around of him, you know, with scrubs on. Like anybody that's in the medical field, y'all know what a scrub is. It's basically a uniform for someone that works in a hospital or medical facility that's not the actual doctor or works in the office, in a sense. And a lot of people criticize Zab Judah and was just like, oh, well, he's a fighter. He should be well off money-wise. Why does he have to be a nurse? Number one, you don't know if that's a passion of his, if that's something that he always wanted to do. Number two, that just shows me that he has more talent than just boxing. And number three, he's actually helping people. Like, I'm not going to criticize a guy for helping people. I'm not in Zab Judah's pockets. I don't know how well off or not well off he is. But if that's something that that man wants to do, then let that man be great and do what he want to do. Now, going into this Cletus Seldin fight, it was a 12-round fight. Zab Judah hasn't fought in 18 months. And I don't want to go into this thing where I'm like, okay, Zab Judah shouldn't have been in the ring. See, there's a difference between wanting a guy to be in the ring and is he physically fit to be in the ring. Obviously, you could look at Zab Judah and see that he's physically fit to be in the ring. There's other guys that has fought in their 40s. So I don't want to sit up here and say that he just shouldn't have been in the ring. That would be the easy thing to say. But when people are fighting in their late 30s, early 40s, or even a B-Hop in his 50s, there are some guys that are well off money-wise that just still want to fight. I just don't know if that's the case with Zab Judah or not. But regardless of whether that's the case or not, it's Zab Judah's decision. The referee did the right thing by stopping the fight. Cletus Seldin, as far as we know, he's clean. He's not on the finest juices. And everybody did what they had to do that night. And it was an even playing field. It was just Cletus Seldin was the better man that night. It's unfortunate what happened with Zab Judah, but I'm going to go against conventional wisdom on this one. And this is usually against how I usually go about things in a situation like this. But people have the ability to earn a paycheck. And if Zab Judah wanted to fight for the first time in 18 months, he came in at 138. So, I mean, obviously he took it seriously. Zab has never been a really big guy to begin with. I always thought he was fighting, always thought he should have fought at 140 and just stayed at 140. But the money was at 147 in his career, so I understood it. But the man wanted to perform in a sport that he loves and has been a part of his life since a kid. And you can't knock that. It's just unfortunate that he ended up collapsing and had to go to the hospital. There's a guy in their 20s that can get a brain bleed. There's a guy in their 30s or 40s or 50s that can get a brain bleed or can be seriously injured in boxing. We've had fighters die inside of the ring or as a result of what happened inside of the ring. They don't call it the hurt business for nothing. The one thing about getting injured in boxing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. It doesn't matter if it's a one-punch knockout or you've been getting beat around for 10, 11 rounds. You run a case study on this, you can see all different types of results. You take, Adonis Stevenson, he had a big medical issue. He just came out of the hospital, but he didn't take sustained punishment the whole fight. But then you got like a Bermane Stiverne where he took a brutal knockout against Deontay Wilder, and it's like you don't know what his long-term effects is, but you know that he's not the same guy. And he's at the very least, he's journeyman status at this point, and that's a former champion that we're talking about. Just hoping that Zab Judah recovers 100%. But if you're going to criticize Zab Judah for being in the ring at the age of 41, then you should have criticized Bernard Hopkins for being in the ring at his age, and Manny Pacquiao for doing what he's doing. And despite Floyd Mayweather not fighting any competition, Floyd Mayweather stepping into the ring at the age he is in. All I'm saying is, if you want to criticize Zab Judah for being in the ring at the age of 41, cool. All I'm saying is to be careful with your criticism and be consistent with your criticism as well. Don't allow an injury for a guy that's 41 years old to affect your thinking when there's another guy in another state that's 41 years old and fighting, and he may not get injured, and you don't have the same opinion about that guy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.